Okay, so what? I have to have it plugged in and it's creating all kinds of instability. Maybe I'll just be like that. I'm still working off of my, whatchamacallit, the tripod that I bought in Spain at that kind of dollar store-ish place. Check this out. I just did my review of the 76 words that I have in my flashcards, and we went from 50% to 76.6, and yes, I'm keeping that 0.6 in there. Now granted, I did study, and actually this is a pointer, I did study a bit on the train, so I studied for about 10 or 15 minutes halfway through the day. So that could have been the reason why. I also studied from yesterday to today. That could have been the reason why it's so fresh in my mind. The previous one was December 28th and January 1st, because skipping 2 days, bad. So at minimum, I need to at least touch all of the cards. That was me touching the cards every day. Whether I get through all of them at this point, because they're going to double, basically. Right now, it's about that size, about 76. That's about 73, because I've got 4 that I want to talk to you about. So it's going to get big. So even if I review even the worst ones every day, that's something. But I want to review all of them every day. Oh, I want to talk to you about 3 that I cannot memorize, and one that I really like. I want to do the one I really like first. This one, zai, zai, zai. This came up in a tutoring session that I had in person. So I really remember the context of it being like one of the meanings, the meaning that I know, is to be at or to be in a place. But not just because the sound is fun, zai, 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 which I'm probably not saying right, but I really like how it looks. It reminds me of skating. Like this person here, I imagine to be somebody we all know, well, somebody I know who skates a lot. We know who you are. This reminds me of a video that I saw of her skating, like 1 foot back and kind of doing a twirly thing. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's a person that she just passed by and didn't bump into because she was so gracefully skating. I'm not entirely sure of that part of it, but that part of skating and being at that place and being grounded, being dreamy but grounded. For some reason, that helps me remember that this is I. There you have it. Like I said, I don't think there's one visual that helps everybody, but I think that if you find your own way of memorizing it and your own connection to the characters, that could help. Maybe it doesn't. I'm a very visual person. So for me right now, worst case scenario, it makes me smile when I see that flashcard. Okay, the 3 that do not make me smile is chu, ji, and lai. That one I think I have, now that I've started to think about it, something has come to me. So I'm going to do that one last because I think that's the easiest one to rectify. But these 2, I have seen, these are some of the first few that I put into paper flashcards. Now granted, these are not any that I'd sawed before, that I had seen before. So I'm super struggling. Like this one, I think that's the radical for secret, right? So I really want there to be one, I want there to be a s sound, because I think secret, the radical for secret was like zoo, so there's some sort of s sound in there, I think, right? I don't know, doesn't matter. Because, oh yeah, it is. Sorry, I have it on the back in the components. It's su. So I really want that to be in there. It's not. The top part, of course, is the component tu, and it's not. So this is one of those examples where unlike yi sheng, where this is yi and this is sheng, they're the components. They're the exact same as the actual sounds of the word. Completely opposite to that, you have this creature where you have s and tu together. Tu, whatever. Oh, sorry. Just going to skip the tones for now, as always. But it doesn't sound like either of them. Let's recap. Easier, harder. Easier, harder. I don't care how many strokes there are when I have to create a new sound for something that has something that used to have old sounds, it really messes with my head. So chew, 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 and it means to go. Okay, so if I were to get either the meaning or the sound the first few times, then I'd be okay. But can you see something that could help me with to go? Oh, you didn't. You went there. I didn't intentionally drink water during that. That was an accident. But honestly, if one were, I do live in China right now, if one were where we have squat toilets, not always, there are a lot of places, especially where I live in Shanghai, that don't have squat toilets, but if we were to squat badly in a squat toilet, I suppose this could be knees. This is not the to go that is the meaning of this to go. However, I know that it could still help me remember it. I don't know what this line would be. Maybe that's above ground and this is the knees have fallen below ground because they just got to China and they don't really know how to use the toilets, but they really have to go. It's a stretch. It's a stretch, but considering how long I've been struggling with this, I'd say at least a week. With usually the pinyin or the meaning seeps in, neither is seeping in. So I'm going to think about turning that into a toilet joke. I don't know what else to do. That just came to me randomly. The water thing is honestly just because I've been talking for a while today. The next one, let me actually get the sound of this one right, because sometimes I find that if my sound's that far off, it actually affects me being able to do it. So here it is. Wow, could I have been more wrong? Let's listen to that again. Oh yeah, and that's my new cell phone case. Did I mention this is the phone I actually use. This is just my recording phone. I bought this in Hong Kong and it's not sold in China, so I have very few cases that I can get and I usually have to order them online. So I get goofy stuff like this because I have no choices. Okay, that's really different. G. Doesn't look like the letter G, so that doesn't help. G doesn't look like a face going G. No. G. It means how many, by the way. G. Trying to think of anything in any other language that I know that sounds like G that means something similar. I can't. I'm just going to have to leave this one alone. If I can get 2 of the 3 in my head, then that is a successful session. The last one is this one. Unlike the sitting one, this one makes me really sad. The sitting one, zo, the one with the 2 wrens coming down. Anyway, yeah, lie. Let me get that one too. Hold on. L-A-I. I think that's second tone.
Lie.
Okay, that one I was doing right. Lie. The problem is that the component is one that I know. It's mu, which is mu going down. It's wood. This means to come. Can't do this in Asia. I have to do this. This is like for dogs. Very rude. It's like pointing to people in English-speaking countries. You don't point. You come here. No. But even so, you don't want to do this. That would be very rude. You have to do it under. Anyway, this isn't a cultural lesson. But I'm trying to think of different things that lie. The only thing I can think about is because he looks like an unhappy face. It could be that he's lied about something. Lie. It's not the meaning, but it could help me think of the sound. Anyone know? I'm not thrilled with that one, but at least it might. Hold on one second. I don't know. There's no answer, and this isn't a burning question because there's nothing you can do to help me with this except, for some reason, keep watching these videos. I don't know. For some reason, recording this and vocalizing these issues helps me to solidify them. So, and that became very apparent by the 50% going up to 75%, which was even higher than the previous 66%. So clearly talking about them, even if it is 2-3 people, really helps. So what is the lesson of the day? That once I have about half of the vocabulary for HSK1 on the cards now, and it's getting a little time consuming. So I might have to do my own timed spaced repetition thing, because I don't know if I can do all of them every day. I'll try. I mean, it won't hurt. It's just I want to make sure to review the ones that I suck at the most. And I've got, like I said, these come on chains, on like little claspy things. So I'm definitely already putting the ones that I got wrong the last time on one hook and the ones that I got right on another hook. So I can already divide it up that way. Yeah, so holy cow, this is gonna, by the time I hit the 150 and spend tons of time going over those every day until they're literally instinctual like this, that's going to take some time. That's going to take quite a bit of time. And I can already see a review day or a repeated processing day, because processing the words and figuring out ways to remember them is a really key component in the Sensible Chinese course that I took, and it really, really is a key component in helping me understand and remember the words. Already I think I could build in a review day tomorrow to get those remaining 25 and get the percentage higher just by spending time on those again. Again, I process them the same way every time I make the 10 flashcards, but for some reason there are some that don't quite click the first time, so I may have to spend more time with those. So I can foresee a day or two a week where I spend time just kind of regrouping and reviewing and not necessarily doing a lot of new cards. So yeah, I can see that happening. I don't know if tomorrow's the day, because I've got a really nice desk in this hotel room and I feel like I want to take advantage of it. I can't show you now because I've literally got papers spread all out and I just got here a few hours ago. It is a mess, but it's a very nice big desk with an incredibly ergonomic chair, which I don't see many of it here. So I really want to take advantage of that. So I think I'll probably do a review day on Saturday, which I'll have, let's see, 76, 86, 96. What is today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll have 30 more. So I'll have about 100, almost 110, which is a good time to review before I move on to 150. Holy cow. Could I get all 150? See, I don't think I should speed ahead to get all of them on the flashcards if it just means I have to go back and redo them. So I think 10 a day sounds good. Just 10 a day. Okay. Thank you for watching. Zatchen.